got a little conversation I want to have. Um, what really brought it up for me was a discussion about the Billboard Top 50 list. If you guys don't know what the Billboard Top 50 list, it's basically a list that Billboard puts out, and they talk about who's the biggest artist or the blah 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 blah. Of course, this is contentious of album sales, etc., etc., etc. You know, those who've been in the music business, y'all know the normal crap that they do every year. So anyway, what brought me into this conversation was someone's placement. I don't remember exactly what number they were, but they were in the higher numbers going towards the teens into the single digits as far as most influential groups. And that would be the City Girls, right? Yeah, excuse me for one second. I'd be the City Girls. Were on that list with the months, and I want to mention this with the likes of Wu-Tang Clan, with the likes of who else was on that list? Mom Deep and many other influential artists. Okay, listen, I didn't even hear Big and Tupac's place on this list, but I did hear the City Girls. So this is my theory, right? And y'all tell me if y'all rock with it, don't rock with it, or whatever. And I'm saying this from being from somebody from the arm of Bad Boy Entertainment, all right? And I say this in respectful notion, all right? So don't nobody hear this and be like, "Yo, bro, what you talking about? Professional, why you say that for?" Just listen to me. Listen, I saw that you put out that goddamn retractment about that statement about about that company that just let you go. So listen to what I'm saying here. And for that one person that's dipped in here and then dipped out, you a fucking weirdo. Continuing on. I know for a fact that every year, including ourselves, which we were mentioned as well at one time, I'm talking about my department, we were mentioned by Puff at something called the Billboard Luncheon. Do y'all know what the Billboard Luncheon is? Well, I do. The Billboard Luncheon is something that Clive Davis, who started Puff off, has every year. And during this luncheon, a whole bunch of collegians of different artists come in, different CEOs, people that are big wigs in the industry, faces that y'all would not readily recognize. Okay, versus a DJ Mustard or whoever else y'all pay attention to nowadays, Jay-Z or whatever. These are the faces, and this event is meant for the faces that you don't see. The let's say the check writers. Okay, let's say that. So if many of y'all don't know, and I've said it many times, I've even went in front of the building and did a live in front of it several times. I used to work at a BMG building, okay, the Bertelsmann Music Group building, okay. It wasn't their building, they were leasing the space, but Arista Records were in there. Arista Records was the one that Clive had to deal with, and which Bad Boy Entertainment was in existence in that building. They went under Arista, they went under a side deal from Clive, and Clive just happened to be in a side deal with Arista, okay, for artists. At the time, like I told you guys before, I've met Prince in that building. But his roster and catalog of artists, I believe, were Luther Vandross, Whitney Houston, Prince, and a couple others in the tenure that I was there in the building. Okay, so make no mistake about it. Clive Davis has been running this luncheon for years or whatever. Clive also has a high amount of influence in Billboard itself. Now, if you guys don't know, Clive Davis goes back to like the late 1960s, early 70s. And at one point, Clive Davis had got caught up, excuse me, with a little situation with CBS Records at the time, which he was holding tenure at. And he was in cars bringing artists in, getting them signed or whatever in the early years of his career. And Clive actually got charged legally and was brought to court for all kinds of different accusations from giving artists drugs, music artists drugs, and all kinds of other stuff or whatever, whatever. I actually did the report before. You would have to scroll real far, but that's in your search engine. Put in put in CBS Records and Clive Davis, and I guarantee you it'll come up. It's a it's a very odd article because they try to hide it a lot. Okay, but Clive not only went to court for it, but Clive well, you read the article, you'll find out for yourself. All right. This is the difference between scouts and people that want to run around and gossip versus people that ain't in know. I know this for a fact. So with that being said, Clive, just like Joe Biden, has been in the constituency of the music business for a long time. Just like Joe Biden's been in the constituency of the political realm since the 1970s. All right, if you guys didn't know that, Joe Biden went through multiple presidents before he led up to be an actual president himself and former vice president of Barack Obama. Now, let's get to the point. I knew when I saw this list, I said to myself, I said, something's wrong here. Now I know the influence of people like the likes of Rolling Stone, GQ, and Billboard themselves can make a pretty influential impact on how artists are seen and how they're developed and how they move, right? But one thing the Billboard doesn't do is they don't give credit and cadence to artists that are this early. Is that respectable? Artists that are this early. You understand? I would say, and this is going to sound weird to a lot of people, if we're talking about accolades and influence, y'all should have thrown Lil Nas X up on there before y'all threw freaking what's the name up on there. And I'll tell you why, regardless how you feel about Lil Nas X, that kid has been more talked about. That kid has better record sales. That kid is more influential as far as like a song that's going to last in the minds of people from this day forward. I won't take my bone to the old town road. Now repeat me some lyrics from motherfucking the City Girls. Half bad nigga don't love a nigga bitch and all that shit, all that shit. I'm not saying these are terrible girls, but I was upset that Lil Kim wasn't even mentioned as loud as these two chicks were. Lil Kim? What about Lil Kim's impact? I started thinking. Because see, not even what 3-4 years ago, Puff was on that stage at that Billboard luncheon. He gave us our flowers. You understand? I won't take nothing away from him. You gave us our flowers, and the clip's still up. Shout out to Chrome for letting us know. Shout out to Rome. He let us know. You gave us our credit. I'll give you that. And you said how influential we were as part as the business was concerned. And I appreciate that applaud, and I appreciate that gesture. But hold up, nigga. Hold up. That was just some words. You understand what I'm saying? See, I had a lot of motherfuckers throughout my life tell me words, you know. Hey, man, it's great to see you. Hey, man, glad to see you. Hey, bro, you fam. Hey, man, you know you my friend. Hey, man, I didn't have motherfucker all my life tell me shit. I don't care much with words. You understand? I don't care. Preachers say words and then turn around and do all kinds of atrocious things to people. You understand? I'm not one with words. I think because of Clive Davis' influence, obviously, and I think because of the connection with Puff and Clive and Billboard, what I think is, and I'm gonna go out on a whim here, either from Puff's influential standpoint, either from that don't stop, can't stop, won't stop, that dope, or three, as a fucking promo stunt. Puff had some influence in putting those girls up on that fucking list. And you look, they fit in that list like you was wearing all black, and then one motherfucker said, I'm gonna show up in polka dot. Now the whole freaking palette of black is messed up because this one motherfucker showed up in polka dots. You understand what I'm saying? This is odd for those chicks to be on that list. All right. Now, as far as podcasting, hey Carisha, shout to you. As far as interrupting the BET Awards by throwing a phone at your significant other, then the next night showing up at his album release party, JT, you got that one. Evidently, that boy like abuse. Shout out to Lil Uzi Vert. I ain't got no problems with you. But I'm just saying, man, I think Puff might have had some influence in these girls getting on the list. Now, what do I have to back that? Well, unlike many, I was there when Sean broke a song. It's called the Bad Boy Anthem. And I know how this bad boy thing work. I'm part of the family. I always will be. Ain't that right, Puff? I ain't going nowhere, huh? Little do y'all know. Anyway, that's besides the point. The point I'm getting at is here. And for many of y'all that are not familiar with me, I rocked with Bad Boy Entertainment for over 17 years. My name is Davin Lewis. You can check me out. I'm known as professional. All right. I earned my name from the streets and in the music industry, I believe. So you ain't not talking to somebody that's not familiar, somebody sitting here gossiping. The rest of those guys, they gossip. I'm telling you the truth here. Puff, you better not, goddamn it, a motherfucking pay to get, or lose your influence to get them two little raggedy ass bitches put on fucking Billboard with all our fucking stars. Now, I love the team, I love the fam, or whatever, but what I will not do is put these broads in the same accord of Misa. I will not put these broads in the same accord of Kim Porter. I will not put these broads in the same accord of your other two children's mothers. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm one of the guys that was there right down in the 20s when we were down there. It was me, Mike B, Prez. Who else was there that night? Mayor was with us, a couple other people. When we went to the opening of Justin's restaurant. That's his firstborn. Now I know you having a little fun right now. You living life. You only 53, nigga. Stop acting like you 73. You ain't on a time clock, all right? You got lots of time. That's why I was saying the shit the other day about the alcohol. Why the fuck you arguing with these folks talking about y'all gonna learn how to respect black business? No, nigga, what you do is open up your own distribution business. It ain't like you can't afford it. Front your own shit. They made you a billionaire. Front your own shit now. That's another conversation because you made a statement the same day, a couple hours after I seen the shit. So I know you heard what the fuck I said. That's one thing these motherfuckers want to put me down. You know, it gets on the nerves, but he's fucking right all the time. That's what really gets on these motherfuckers' nerves about me. Has anybody ever bad boy? They used to hate me because I'll say some shit and then I end up being fucking right. And then fuck, he's right again. Well, listen to me. You might have been a trillionaire by now. But anyway, that's another story. You better not have paid to get these motherfucking raggedy ass bitches put up in the motherfucking billboard amongst the likes of fucking Black Sheep and De La Soul and all these other fucking influential groups. Who else was on there? Tribe Called Quest, fucking Brand Nubian, NWA. You shouldn't even be in the same elk. Now, if they was top 100, yeah, okay, cool. They could be number 78, number 89. You understand what I'm saying? But damn sure not up in the higher, the lower amounts of teens, 19, 20, anything under 20. These bras shouldn't even been mentioned. You understand what I'm saying? And I'll be honest and truthful with you. And I always have been. I don't like either one of these bitches. You understand what I'm saying? I think they bad news. I think they users. I don't think they're that pretty. I don't really think. I think if you disassemble both of these broads, you're gonna be left with bring me on solo on Wookie. Jabba the Hutt style. You understand what I'm saying? Bring me on solo on Wookie. His parts are not fucking pretty. You understand what I'm saying? I thought it was a goddamn shame when I saw fucking a little Uzi Vert. Lil Uzi Vert, listen, man, I'm not into men or no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't knock nobody's in the LBG. Live how you want to live. All right, this is New York City tri-state area. Who the fuck am I to judge somebody? But this is my thing. Lil Uzi Vert, that chick looked like the Help. You understand what I'm saying? I saw her at your little party or whatever. Okay, she looked like she was a, sir, would you prefer Moscato or white? We have some wonderful finger crisp sandwiches. Would you like one? JT looked like the motherfucking Help. And I don't care what nobody say. That is not an attractive girl compared to the girls that you could get, Lil Uzi Vert. Now, let's say inadvertently, does she child support for you on times that we don't see on camera? It's a possibility. I saw her try to point you towards the camera so you can take a picture. You can hire an assistant for that. You understand what I'm saying? In fact, your girlfriend looks like the fucking assistant. All right, kid? That somebody else, I know somebody else that told you. Lil Uzi Vert. Your girlfriend JT, that's half of the city girls, the broad looks like the fucking Help, all right? Everybody else fucking know it. Won't nobody else fucking say it. I'm gonna say it to you, all right? I'm telling you, I'm the guy you should hire. The times that you're fucking up, I'm here. Deontay Wilder, you need to hire me. I can tell you all the times you're getting ready to fuck up, all right? That'll be my specific job because you, God knows you need it too. See, you guys don't understand. These guys, I've worked with these. I worked with this guy for 17 fucking years as part of this company, Bad Boy Entertainment. I'm telling you, I've been around all kinds of multimillionaires or whatever. One thing that they all do, they get into the space sooner or later where they think, oh, well, let's try this. Let's do this. And then they start fucking up and start losing thousands and thousands of dollars. Their fucking reputation's fucked up because, hey, you cheated on this chick one night and now she's got an outlet that you helped build. That's kind of like similar with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith went through. This chick cheated on him in his own fucking house and did a podcast about it and brought him up on the podcast to talk about her cheating in his house while the studio was in his house. The fuck is wrong with you? Listen, Puff, I know you in your sugar daddy years. I get it, all right? I get you in your sugar daddy years now. We're headed towards them because you're only fucking 53. You're acting like you're 73 fucking years old or something. Life is over now. I understand you're in your sugar daddy years, but this ain't the fucking one to do it with, all right? These two broads, Lil Uzi Vert, Puff, these two broads are gonna fuck you over in there. Trust me when I know it don't look like it right now. I know it look like I'm sounding like I'm bugging, like y'all always say. I know it sound like I'm jumping the gun, but 6 months from now, you come back and tell me I was fucking wrong. Write it in the comments and tell me I was wrong. These two chicks are gonna fuck you over. Both of you. Lil Uzi Vert, You're gonna get listen, Lil Uzi Vert, I tried to tell you the other night. If a chick throw a fucking cell phone at you at the fucking BET Awards in public where there's a camera not only from the BET production team themselves, but every fucking body in there got a camera and everybody got it for multiple fucking views and everybody starts blasting it and putting it on their fucking favorite social media site, and you say the next night, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chase after my broad and I'm gonna console her. Nobody's gonna take record of that and blast that out like that. No, 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 no. That's why I tried to save face and help you out. For some reason or another, somebody kept flagging the post because they didn't want me to say something bad about the city girls. That bitch ain't shit. Let's remove JT and just have Lil Uzi Vert and JT. Who got the most record sales? I'll wait. Speaking of Billboard, the only song that I know that she's had since the City Girls ain't produced nothing else since is a song with Lil Uzi Vert. And that's the last thing she had on Billboard. We got this new song out right now called Act Bad, which I wanted to lead into. That's featuring the City Girls of Puff. Is that the reason why you pay for this chick, them chicks to be on the top list? Them bras is not gonna pop, son. See, what you're doing is, Puff, you trying to, if this is the case, you're trying to please a demographic. You understand? And this is what happens when you put your focus on fucking alcohol sales for the past goddamn near 10 years and focus them on and take the focus off music. You out of the loop. You understand what I'm saying? You need motherfuckers like me. You don't need necessarily young motherfuckers because their process of developing music is unlike ours. You understand what I'm saying? Their process of making music is go in and hum and shit. What we used to do as reference points when we were building our song in the studio. So if y'all wonder where all this humming shit come from, where it gets its nucleus is, when we used to be in the studio, right? And say like you're doing a song or whatever. And there's multiple videos of here, me recording at Daddy's house, recording studio. I've recorded with Brian, Steve Dickey, Fallout Flow. Who else can I throw in here? I want to leave nobody out. Shaquan, who did the what's the name, the Bobby Shmurda remix before they got locked up. Like I've worked with the best of freaking producers here that Daddy's house had to offer. You understand? I had Wyclef and his artist Patient Fresh walk into one of my studio sessions one time. You understand what I'm saying? So I worked with producers that, and the videos on here, all they got to do is put in Davin Lewis, DAVIN at Daddy's House Recording Studio. It should be like 6 or 7 videos that come up in the search, all right? Take a look for yourself. I had John Quaid from Love and Hip Hop in a couple of my studio sessions. I'm the real deal here. I'm not lying to you. So, and that's who I once was. I still am that person as far as affiliation to the record industry, but I'm not in the same accord as far as monetarily or any otherwise, all right? So I just offer influence, lecture. Basically, I am counsel now. And I'm here to hold counsel with you motherfuckers having these raggedy ass bitches around y'all. Fuck wrong with y'all. Y'all used to tell us, keep raggedy bitches away from y'all. Now here I am, y'all older than us, and I gotta come back to you and be like, no, you keep raggedy bitches away from you. But you take everything down. I wish I would have put in all that fucking work. And the way these bitches move now, and then turn around and find out your downfall is because of some raggedy ass bitch out the 305. I'm talking to you, Puff. You don't like it? I know. Your ego's fucking with you right now. Look at it like this. This your little cousin talking, nigga. Get the fuck away from that bitch. She's an actress. Don't you get it? They gonna get you. And the whole downfall of the company will be resounded on some raggedy ass broads from fucking Broward County over there in Miami Gardens some fucking where. You went into the fuck. You should have went to McDonald's and picked a chick. You would have had better. You might as well have, because that's what they from. That's what they from. The ghetto that you had once upon a time, and you know who particularly I'm talking about you were in love with. I'm not going to say that name because I unlike a lot of these fuckers, I respect. I got a direct connection with the company here. I did not know her. But one thing I know that you loved about her was her natural attitude and what you deemed as a little ghetto, right? Same thing you loved about the other one, the first one. All right? It was a familiarity. That was at a time period. These motherfuckers you got now, these chicks you got now, they will use this fucking internet. They will use the podcast you helped them build and everything else like that and tear you the fuck down. Haven't you noticed in the past when she got mad at you, Puff, what did she do? Threw out a motherfucking tweet. When she broke up with you, what did she do, Puff? On her podcast, talked about it. When she was talking about sexual innuendos and things they might not do together as a couple, what did she choose to do it? On the podcast. Y'all niggas need to get the fuck away from these broads. I don't like these broads. And I'll say it loud and clear. Y'all go back and tell them I said it or whatever the case may be. I got something coming up about, I got a blast for y'all in a minute about one of y'all favorite rappers taking up with JT. Yo old simping ass. You need to go take yourself and sit the fuck down and fix up that nasty ass restaurant. Everybody keep complaining about that nasty ass food you got down there in Miami. Y'all guess who the fuck it is. Everybody go in that goddamn restaurant, man. Say that fucking food nasty as hell. Say the only thing good is the potato salad, the cornbread, and the fucking no, they said the cornbread is nasty. The fucking mac and it was something else. I don't say much is good in there. I'm just saying, maybe want to fix the menu over there capping for them broads. I know Miami. Shout out to Billy Blue and many other artists down there in Miami doing their goddamn Doug Dizzle. But I'm trying to tell you, I hope to God, I hope to God, I hope to God that you didn't pay or have some influence with Clive and placement on getting these broads put into the top 50 position on Billboard. You ought to be fucking ashamed of yourself if you did. Don't you get it, nigga? See, that's the problem with a lot of you industry. Look, I'm gonna go into something else, right? Fuck it. Whoever get mad at me, just inbox me or whatever, like y'all usually fucking do. All right, so listen, right? A lot of people out here be scared about what I'm gonna say. Nigga, it's been 4 years. I ain't gave out nobody's secrets. I don't talk about nobody on here and us gossiping for them. I talk about y'all to defend y'all dumb motherfuckers. Y'all just don't get it. But there you go. If you haven't been paying attention to the pattern nowadays, whether it be Johnny Depp, countless other multitude artists out there, right? They're all falling succumbing to women. Not good women. No. Not good women. Nefarious, insidious, nasty women. And what happens is, these women are very strategic. And a lot of you old head ass niggas don't get it. Now, I know we only a couple years younger than y'all, of course. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. But we were kids when we got with y'all. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about me. I don't speak for all my comrades who used to work with me because all of them feel their own particular way. Some of them feel satisfied with their experience. Some are like me. I'm unfulfilled and I'm still going. You understand what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to my homeboy that said I sound like an 8.5 out of 10 singing. You understand what I'm saying? And I did it live. So I did it in front of not just him, but many other people, whatever. So thanks for that encouragement, y'all. We were kids when we got with them. You understand what I'm saying? I was just fresh out of high school, not even 2 years, maybe 3 years earlier when we got with Bad Boy. Before that, I was a year and a half out of getting on for bid. You understand what I'm saying? I'm actually really a criminal. I was 2 times. 2 times. You know what I mean? Before I even got with them. The Bad Boy thing really stayed my trajectory, if you want to say. So I fall real strong with this company, regardless. Some of my brethren, they won't say this, but I'm going to say it. A lot of these artists that you see, some of your favorite artists or whatever the case may be, they spend a lot of time falling prey to hoes. Hoes that want to use them, hoes that want a baby out of them, 304s that want to be celebratory at them at the club, whatever the case may be or whatever. And then late nights of pillow talking and, your morning whiskey, my morning DeLeon. These motherfuckers get mistaken and start pillow talking with these hoes, telling them their aspirations and visions and shit. And then these bitches start talking about their aspirations and visions and shit based off the fact that they just gave Puff or somebody like Puff some good vajay. That leads to things and situations like what you see with JT and Lil Uzi Vert, where now you got a motherfucking catalyst tattling along with you based off your notoriety that you helped build. Bitch, you wasn't with us shooting at the gym. You wasn't with us when we was putting up these motherfucking plastic boards and shit in these clubs either. You wasn't with us when we was handing out this literature in the street shit either. You understand what I'm saying? You get over there with the rest of them, play your motherfucking position. We'll call you when it's time to pass you the bull. It's too early. Way too early. And niggas will get on me and be like, oh, well, you online asking these niggas for 10K and da 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 da, you wildin'. But niggas ain't paying attention till you got two raggedy, untalented bitches next to two motherfucking rappers that are in the top 5 sit right now. And these bitches are running these motherfuckers amok for the dollars. Not even up for the dollars, but also for the influence. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I think if you did put these two raggedy bitches in the forefront and sit it around likes of De La Soul, the likes of a Tribe Called Quest, in the 20th region. It was in the 20s. Boy, you done lost your motherfucking mind or what for some pussy? Come pick professional up, man. I'll take you get some pussy, some bad bitches, man. I'll get you some. You need one of them. I don't know why you go for the raggy Sharkeisha ass bitch when you should really be with refined ass chicks that got a little niche here and there to get wild. That's what you need. You need a bitch to sit around with you and be like, we ain't having no morning whiskey this morning. We ain't having no morning vodka. Put that Ciroc down. You understand? No. It's 3 o'clock in the evening. You wait till 5:30 before you smoke that joint. That's the most snitching y'all ever gonna get out of me. And I had to say that because only that nigga know what the fuck I'm talking about. That morning whiskey got your fucking mind fucked up. You better get them raggedy bitches. This go for you. You, Lil Uzi Vert, both. Get them raggedy bitches away from you. They gon' get y'all. I'm telling you. They just wait. They plot. You can't see it. And maybe you got a contingency plan. Maybe I don't know everything. But by the way it looks publicly, I looked up and I seen like 35 fucking pictures of you here with her, here with her, here with her. I ain't never seen that many pictures of you and Misa together. And you got this little raggedy ass broad toking around with you, and is the pussy that good? Is the pussy that good? Really? The pussy can't be that good. It can't be. It can't be. They both look raggedy. Or maybe I'm just making a mistake and that's what these hoes do. They might have been out here slinging vajay since they were 15, 16 years old. Mama might have been slinging vajay. Who knows? The one thing I do know is this. Don't use your fucking influence to inspire and lift some fucking chicks after you saw how motherfucking Will Smith got Will Smithed. You understand what I'm saying? Don't use your power and influence to help out fucking hoes. And that's what they are. They said they certified hoes, 305. Yeah, no, give a fuck about a nigga and all that shit and all that shit and all that shit. That's what the bitches said. I ain't got no respect for no bitches like that. No, you will never find me have respect for a bitch like that. I'll call her accordingly. That's a raggedy bitch. You understand what I'm saying? That's not a woman. That's not a chick that's graduating from motherfucking what's her name this summer. That's not a Joy Reid. That's not a Kataji Brown Jackson. That's not a Michelle Obama. That's some hood rat bitches. Some hood rat bitches that got glambered up and got a couple dollars in their pocket. You know what? If I walk down to a local corner store right now, take a bitch to Rainbow, I can fix her up, throw $300 in the pocket. You'll think that bitch is a millionaire. See, what the real problem is, and I'm going to give y'all something right here. I'm going to give y'all one thing, all right? A lot of these motherfuckers that y'all worship as artists, listen to me, all right? The first time I got some vajay, I had to be probably like 14, 15 years old. I remember the girl it was. Her name was Melanie. Just listen to the story. It's a good story. And so I remember getting the vajay or whatever. From that point on, Melanie went through the school, told everybody I had good D, whatever. It led to more girls. I would hang out with 2 sets of people. I would hang out with my cousin Mario, salud a mi pana. No, mi pana, tú sabes, esta mi, ¿cómo dice? ¿Cómo diga? Diablo, let me mente ahí. I'll remember in a minute. Primo. I remember we used to get girls after girls. One of my homeboys is still my friend to this day, right? He met me at MTV for the first time, all right? And he said, yo, he's told stories of this. Yo, this nigga had mad girls around him. And I did. I used to get girls on the show. I would bring real pretty girls up to MTV. You can ask Terrence Clayton this, Jamie this, people that know them. You know what I'm saying? They still in the business, working at BET and a couple other places. Oh! So I just and I just saw Terrence right prior to the pandemic, which was erotic as fuck. Terrence, we got a link. I'm gonna contact you if you see this. But because he subscribed to my page. I made sure he subscribed that day. But what I'm getting at is a lot of these rappers that y'all see ain't never had bitches before they became famous. I know it's a shout for y'all to hear that shit. But a lot of these niggas didn't have bitches before they got famous. A lot of these niggas they didn't attract women. You understand what I'm saying? They were the outcasts in some cases. They were nerds in some cases, or whatever the case may be. You ever see Blueface? I ain't call Blueface out, but you ever see Blueface before he turned into a rapper, got all the tats and shit? Two totally different people. Anybody ever see Puff when he was a dancer versus the now? You know what I'm saying? Anybody ever seen? I ain't a shot at Puff. That's just in general. People matriculate and change over time. But some of the musicians, because when they were younger and in their peak and they didn't get any women, now that they're making money, they now have decided to, well, I'm going to just be a trick. You understand what I'm saying? This is the guy that will see a whole bunch of girls at fucking a restaurant, like one of the girls, and take her and all her friends out buying Birkin bags. You understand what I'm saying? What up, Kanye? Anyway, but these niggas will sit there and watch their brothers and their homies starve to death. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm not knocking Kanye because he did that with, what was that broad's name? Jennifer, whatever. Somebody got upset when I said that. It's the fucking truth. You bought all them bitches, you bought her and all them bitches Birkin bags. For what? For what? Because she could be a pretend girlfriend? Y'all want me to get it out with it, y'all. Y'all want me to get into the pretend girlfriend shit? Jonathan Majors, if you don't cut that shit out, I support you, boy, but cut that shit out. Cut that shit out. When you go back in court in August, make sure you go by yourself. I know you were sitting at the cemetery. Your Honor, I'm through with white women. I got me a sister. Your Honor, I'm done with them white women. I'm trying to tell you, a lot of these guys that are entertainers have fake relationships, fake romances, and then some of them are also authentically real. You know, it depends on how it fits the storyline for that artist. You understand what I'm saying? But in a lot of regards, when you hear a lot of people say, "Nah, I ain't serious. We're not serious. We're just seeing each other," whatever the case may be, please believe it is some ulterior motive behind that. All right, that's just what it is. Puff, I hope you didn't. That's not what you did, and used your influence and used Clive to get these two raggedy bitches. Put me on quote for that. Listen, I don't never want to do a song with you bitches. I don't ever want to meet either one of you bitches. I am not interested in the city girls entertainers. I am not interested because I can tell from a mile of fucking way they are trouble. Same thing with you, Meg Thee Stallion. I don't ever want to do a fucking song with you. I don't ever want to fucking meet you. If I do meet you, you can go that fucking way. I'll go this fucking way. I don't care if I'm a fledgling and still looking for a fucking deal. This bitch got Tory Lanez locked up right now, possibly by lying. You understand what I'm saying? You gonna learn, nigga. You gonna learn. And you gonna remember this podcast I did, and one of y'all two, if not both of you, Lucy Vert and Puff, y'all gonna come back to me. Y'all gonna be like, damn, son, you was right again. Yes, nigga, I tried to tell you, listen, save your money now, then have to spend that motherfucking that money later. Cause you fuck around, Puff, and you get this bitch knocked out. Trust me, she gonna try to take you for every fuck thing you got. That's what she lining you up for right now. That's why she was real cool when you had the baby. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, it's not that we're gonna break up temporarily. Let me go over here and do correction, please. I know, Pop, I'm not going anywhere. Of course you ain't. This nigga worth $1 billion. You can't pull nobody else as a billionaire. But Puff. Who else can Koresha pull that's a billionaire? Elon Musk. Who else can if you disassemble? See, I gotta start doing this with your mind, fellas. Let me bring something down to y'all real quick. Start disassembling these raggedy ass chicks that look like the help in a normal world. Start disassembling them in your mind. That means you look at the individual that you're looking at, right? And then imagine this chick without the weave in her hair. Imagine her without the fake eyelashes on that look like butterflies. Imagine her without the 2 or 3 layers of motherfucking mascara and foundation and fucking final applying and then a thinner or whatever. Some of these chicks now, they using an airbrush and putting the shit on, but I saw a video, the bitch put an airbrush on her face. She like airbrushed the shit on. Some of these chicks, they contouring the lines to a way to make the cheekbones look higher, whatever. You disassemble this bitch and be like, oh shit, Jesus Christ, that's fucking Freddy Krueger. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'd be fucking surprised the links that these girls have learned with makeup techniques. All right, the shit goes back to the Egyptians. They done had a lot of times. Some of this shit is time honored, trash down traditions. You know our family got that big ass hawk nose, so bitch, you better put this foundation down here and line them tones right. So fuck wrong with you. Don't embarrass our grandmama. She spent a lot of nights on them corners so you could eat. No, stop. Point I'm getting at is here. A lot of y'all need to start looking at some of these raggedy ass bitches that y'all putting up next to y'all. And before y'all turn around and start complaining or whatever the case may be or whatever, that's one thing I'll give a lot of these women that say that shit. Well, you chose that bitch. And I'm saying the same thing to you, Puff. You chose that bitch. That shit ain't love, homie. That's using you. You understand what I'm saying? Have your fucking fun and toss that bitch back there to the trash can where the fuck they belong. Same thing with you, Uzi Vert. That bitch is throwing motherfucking at Jade because she's the other half of the city girls. That bitch is throwing fucking cell phones at you, buddy, at a fucking crowded event and trying on a traditional event. And not only that, a televised event. And I gotta say something to BET. I don't know who the fuck's running things over there, but I'll say again. You motherfuckers had a choice on Saturday when y'all filmed the shit. Don't tell me how the fucking it didn't go that way, because that's exactly the fucking way it goes. Y'all either filmed that shit Friday or Saturday. All right, I know this from Jansen or Direct Effects. We used to film 3 shows back to back. The length of them would be 15 minutes, and then Berta Mary would put fucking fillers in with commercials or whatever else MTV wanted to, whoever paid for their time slot. All right, get the fuck out of here with that. But that shit was on Saturday. It wasn't on Sunday. Trust me on this one. If I know anything else about these fucking scheduling things, I did this shit for 17 fucking years. I've been in the BET Hip Hop Awards, I don't know how many times. This shit was filmed a couple days or a day before, so you had more than enough chance to edit out that footage with fucking JT throwing the cell phone and fucking Lil Uzi Vert, and you had enough time to add in the footage of Lil Uzi Vert going after her and try to console that raggedy ass bro. That bro looked like that Help. You ever see that movie, The Help? She looked like one of them chicks that belong in that movie. I don't see nothing whatsoever attractive about her. And it's not because she's dark skinned. It's not because my daughter's mother was dark skinned, beautiful. It's not because she was dark skinned. It's not because she had weave. She's just not attractive. She's just not attractive. And I know this body positivity bullshit. You girls go around lying. And she beautiful? No, that bitch is not beautiful, son. That bitch is ugly, bro. And Karesha is a second fugly with her. It should be called the Fuddy Girls, the Fugly Girls. Because that's what they are, they fugly. And without all that makeup and all them extra accessories, like I said, disassemble these hoes. You must, Avengers, disassemble.